Hiya! It's so good to see you, and I'm very excited this week because something special is happening, and that is that my range of craft kits, components, tools, and my new book is hitting Spotlight stores. Now, I'm just sitting in my studio and my window's open because it lets in a nice breeze, so you might hear some cars going past. But it's so nice to have you here. I thought I would take this opportunity to just give you a little walkthrough. So we have 3 kits going into stores, and I'm not going to show you all the components because actually I've been pulling them apart to make some more videos, just as some little DIYs and how-tos. So they're in a little bit of a state right now, but I can say that working with them has been a true delight. There's glitter glue, there's lace, there's trims, there's pom-poms, there's all the goodies. Okay, so the 3 kits that are going into stores are the DIY resin badge and wall charm kit. The little letter beads that come with it say, "This is my happy place," and human rainbow. I have had so many people ask me how I make these. What's great about this kit is you can make a wall charm and a badge, and then you can just keep using this method to make more creations. Then we have the DIY pipe cleaner crown kit. This pipe cleaner crown, I will never forget many years ago when I first started wrapping pipe cleaners around a headband, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like Hedy Lamarr. It's giving firework crown. Anyway, you can make your own now if you trot into store. I actually thought this would make such a good birthday party idea. Like if everybody got a kit, you just sit down, bing, bang, boom, you're done. Maybe my favorite, the DIY Melty Bead Wall Art Kit. I love this so much because this was an idea that I had specifically to jump ring the tiles of the Melty Beads together to create what I call wall quilts. And I have done it over and over again over the last couple of years. And I actually just did a whole exhibition using this method. And looking at this kit, I want you to know there is just such a plentiful amount of Melty beads. Sometimes these colors can be quite hard to find, and of course they allow you to make the exact artwork that you see here. There's a little brochure inside that gives you the templates, or of course, like I always say, you can totally go your own way, but if you do want to do that exact thing, all the goodies are inside for you to do that. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. My new book, Make It Up. I really think this is my favorite craft book that I have written. I loved working with my friend Mel to take all the photos, and I just think it's so special, all the little holographic bits on the book. And it's funny that this cover, actually, I love it when arty, fatey things happen. I was standing in the kitchen one day and I just totally got struck with this idea for this disco locket. I think the disco was on my mind because I had these disco balls left over from, I think it was like a past Christmas project or something that I had been intending to use them for, but they never got included in the project. So I had them sitting there and I was like, oh, what am I going to do with these balls? And then the idea started forming for a beaded bracelet, because actually Hugo and I had started playing my childhood game from the 90s, Pretty Princess, where you go around the board and as you go, you collect a crown, you collect a necklace. And I think I was thinking like, oh, how cute would it be to create a piece of jewelry with these balls? And then the idea of the locket just struck me. Also because I had been making a little locket handbag, which actually is also now a activity in this book. I made it. It ended up being used in my friend's, she's a singer, and she had it on stage. And that was really special. But then when it came to finally shooting the cover for the book, I literally looked over at the locket and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the Thumbelina moment I have been waiting for my whole life. And boom, it became the book cover. And I feel like that was a really good example of like kind of just let destiny take its course, and now it's the cover of my book, so that feels really special. And I love the back cover too. This is fun as well because these were actually a pair of black shoes that I got at the op shop with my friend. I remember he bought a very stunning pink vest that day, and I bought these shoes. They were $10, and I was like, what am I going to do with them? And then I turned it into this very fun upcycle, and it is also an activity in the book. So how did this all happen? How did this range come to be? Well, I worked on it for pretty much all last year at various times. It was surprising that there was like a lot of detail and work, I guess, to actually like work out how exactly I do these things, because often I just make them without putting too much thought into the actual machinations of what I'm doing. So it was really interesting to work with the team and pick out exactly what components, what tools, what colors I was using, and really break it down so that the projects could become accessible for you guys. But it's so exciting also that my art is actually on the boxes too. So this glittery art is from a show I did back in 2019. But then I had no idea at that time that that would then become the artwork that is on my range of kits. And of course we had to have the tinsel jacket on there. That felt so essential. And obviously there is some tinsel in the range. And I think I'll make a video on how to make some wearables using that tinsel very, very soon. So stay tuned. Then the process of creating the book, I knew that I wanted to have these 3 distinct chapters: dressing up, playing, and also creating for the home. I feel like those 3 chapters kind of summarize the various facets of my practice. I love dressing up, transforming through wearable art. I also love the process of play to discover new ideas. Like I said with Disco Locket, kind of creating things without attachment, but having prompts that allow you to do that. So that's what we've got in this book. We have chapters that give you actual specific activities, but that might go on to unlock some other fun things in the process. And then creating for home, I love being able to create unique pieces using all my crafty supplies that then live in my house. I feel like I've really unlocked something with my new passion for mosaicing, because there's just so many things that you can do. And right now I'm looking at my cutie little mosaic planter that's actually just sitting up there now, and that's in the book too. So if you head into Spotlight stores, please send me a little DM or photo, or just comment on this video that you saw it. I'm so excited. This is such a dream come true for me. And it really does feel so surreal, because Spotlight really has been, and I'm not just saying this because we're doing the range together, like this is of my own free will. I've been a shopper of Spotlight since I was a teenager, and it's where I got my first materials from when I started making things. Little 18-year-old, 21-year-old sewing Rachel just would never have imagined that we'd have our own range in store and our own book. And I truly have become the craft fairy of my childhood dreams. So happy making. I'll be posting some more videos soon of other things that you can make with these materials and other components. So stay tuned. Have a good day.